Oh, greetings, saints. I hope you're well, hope you're healthy, hope you're prospering in the Lord. This video is accompanying the publishing of the new protocols, those that will be effective tomorrow, August 9th, 2020. We actually put out protocols back in early June when I think we were first starting to resume services. And so they've served us for a while. New guidance from New York State has come out during the interim, and so we're updating our protocols to ensure both the health of the community and also that we really honor those in authority. And so, and I know it's been difficult, and particularly difficult because since early March, there's been a lot of conflicting recommendations and things like that. I feel like state and community and federal leaders have really been scrambling to respond to the health concerns, and I want to encourage you to keep praying for them. I know today I was reviewing a video that I put out back in March, maybe March 18th, on praying for those in authority, and I'm more impressed than ever to pray for those in authority. They really have a tough job, and we can tell. I mean, they're struggling to find their stride with all this. It's an unusual season, so please continue to do that. The new protocols hopefully will serve us for a while, and I want to say up front that I know that there are a lot of opinions on how the COVID crisis has been handled by authorities and things like that. And I know there are a lot of opinions on how we should be approaching it. I know there are people who are very, very much staying home, hardly getting out, really wearing masks all the time. And then there are others who really are feeling much more relaxed about it, and then everything in the middle. One of my concerns actually since mid-March has been that this thing really could cause division in the church. And so I want to encourage you to really be prayerful, to be really patient with one another, and to be patient with governmental leaders, and certainly patient with us as church leaders. I will say that shepherding during the COVID quarantine has definitely had some challenges, and so be praying for us. And I also am feeling that in the last month especially, really sensing the kind of like the cumulative wear and tear of this is starting to be felt by the saints. So be praying for one another and encouraging one another. Use your phone to encourage the saints. Use email, text messages. Realize that this really is having an effect on us. We're feeling isolated. And so I think there's some discouragement in the saints, and so be encouraging one another in the things of God. Now, as we look at the protocols, one of the things we're going to be doing is tightening up our use of masks. We've been recommending the use of masks. We're really going to tighten that up and ask you to please wear a mask when you come into the building. Find your seat in the sanctuaries of the various churches, and once you're seated, you can take your mask off. And now there are rules for masks while seated, 6 feet away from each other, and then actually when you're singing, you're supposed to be 12 feet away if you're unmasked. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, talk to the pastors or the elders. They're familiar with the protocols, and they can answer those. I want to encourage you that one of the things we're really processing is with the protocols that in some ways really do affect our large group gatherings on Sunday mornings. Would it be good to emphasize more some house-to-house meetings? I know that some families and some groups of people have been doing what I'll call quarantine groups and having meetings. And so we're going to continue to Zoom Sunday morning. We're going to continue to have the buildings open. But we may try to, either on Sunday morning or in maybe midweek, try to do more house-to-house for people who feel like that would be a good way for them to connect with others in a more personal way. So we are really going to be trying to shepherd creatively during the season. Be praying for us, as I said before. The shepherding during COVID-19 quarantine and phased reopening really has been challenging. And let's really be mindful of the fact that somehow I really believe the Lord wants us to find the win in this, to find the momentum, to find His heart. What's He doing? I was thinking a lot yesterday about the early church in Acts chapter 8. there was persecution against the early church. And as a result of that persecution, the believers in Jerusalem were scattered to different places. And what we read in Acts chapter 8 is that almost immediately there's like a big wind. Philip goes to Samaria, and there's this great outpouring of the Holy Spirit. I mean, it's really fantastic. So even in a difficult time, it was like the Holy Spirit used it in a very, very marvelous way. So saints, I want to encourage you to be expecting God. Let's look for the Lord in this. Again, be praying for governmental leaders. Be praying for us as we shepherd. Be praying for one another. Let's encourage one another, especially during the season. It's very, very unusual. And let's see what God might do to make this a really, really fruitful season as our roots go down deep in Him and as we continue to flourish in the things of God. God bless you.